Welcome, y'all.
Hey, Chandler.
Hello.
How are you?
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
It's a Saturday, so you're not working.
Nope, I am not.
We also have Krystin here.
Hey.
And you brought your lovely sister, Grace.
Yes, Grace
Hi,
is here.
I'm Grace.
How are y'all?
I'm good.
What are you drinking?
Neutral.
Oh, neutral watermelon.
Okay. Chandler.
Good old twisted tea.
And I have Angel's Envy
There we go.
whiskey.
Did you save the bottle?
No, but I have another bottle. So
All
as soon
right.
as I empty that one,
All right.
you may have it. I need to put a note on it. Do not
throw away.
do not toss.
Why do you
Save.
want the bottle?
Oh, it's cute.
It's a cool
Oh.
bottle. It has like angel wings on the back of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Not like 3D.
Is
Yeah.
it like exclusive?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
I'm sure Bryce has a bunch of them, but he doesn't drink his whiskey like you do. So,
Pour it out and you'll really feel
no. Don't
Should I be offended?
He's
No.
wasting it.
He just doesn't drink it.
Yeah, he doesn't drink it.
But
so
she
you might as
said-
well just pour it
She
out.
said, like you do.
Yes. Like you actually drink it.
Oh, okay.
Not like,
like you're a fish.
yeah. Well, we've already established that. My
Mm.
universal present.
Mm. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to tell y'all a story today.
Yay.
And when I started working on this story, I kept going, did I do this one already? Did I do this one already? And I went to our list.
And,
We did not.
okay.
And then once I finally got through the whole thing, I knew that I hadn't done
Right.
it.
You found the ending.
Well, I would have remembered this one
Gotcha.
if I had done it because
Gotcha.
it is a wild ride.
Nice.
Really weird. Okay. We're going to Grand Junction, Colorado.
Okay.
On January 10th, 2002.
All right.
Brian and Terry Cohee welcomed their son into the world. He was named Brian Cohee Jr.
Old JR.
Yep. So
Oh.
if I talk about Brian, it's mostly going to be about the junior.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll probably just call his dad
Dad.
Dad. Yeah. I couldn't find out if he was the only child.
All right.
There was a couple websites that said he had a brother, but I could not find any
Info.
existence on
Okay.
this brother. Even in one of the videos I watched on YouTube of the dad being interviewed,
Mm-hmm.
he was like, yeah, both the boys are great or whatever. And
Right.
I still never.
Where's the other boy?
Yes.
He
Yeah.
probably like pays for his information to be taken off the internet.
Oh,
Which-
maybe.
which-
You
you
can
mean?
do that. I know that you can do that.
Pay for what information?
I don't know, like just I guess
Oh.
Like to
private info.
expunge all your info out and about.
Oh, you can?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, anything's possible if you
Yeah,
have
you're
enough
right.
money.
You're right. Okay.
You got little minions out there scrubbing his name off of
You don't-
everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Brian grew up, assuming it was just Brian, okay,
Right.
in a middle class, upper middle class
All right.
neighborhood family.
Slightly bougie.
Maybe. I didn't get the feeling from them at all that they were bougie. I felt like, the dad had his own construction business. The mom ran a daycare out of her home, so
Oh,
she
okay.
had her own business. So, I
They're
mean,
just probably frugal,
yeah.
you know.
And their
money
neighborhood
smart.
their neighborhood was everybody helped everybody. Everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
It was nice, you know.
Good.
So, at the age of 5, Brian was diagnosed with ADHD.
Okay. That's pretty common.
First of all, I didn't even think they called it ADHD anymore. Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
But people throw around neurodivergent. And so that categorizes like a bunch of things. So that's more of the term that people use.
I know that you have a lot of knowledge about these
Mhm.
things. So if there's anything you can interject during this story
Okay.
regarding that.
Perfect.
So in elementary school, the kids and teachers was like, he was overly loud, like inappropriately trying to get negative attention. He was disruptive,
Mhm.
stuff like that.
It's
So
literally my brother.
really,
Yeah, I know that all too well.
Yeah.
Well, his mom thought he might have autism,
Mm-hmm.
and she tried to get him help. I don't know
This
what.
is 2002?
Well,
2005.
Well,
he said he was diagnosed.
at 5 he was diagnosed. So that'd be 2007.
Okay.
So I'm assuming,
They were pretty advanced at that point.
yeah, and maybe it was just a kid being a kid, rowdy kind of shit when they're that little.
Yeah, they go through a lot of stuff to get them diagnosed with autism. ADHD's not as much, but with autism, they go through hours and hours of interviews and how they handle those.
Testing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay. So she tried to get him help. Don't know what that means,
Right.
help. Friends at school. We're going into kind of like middle school now. Okay. I don't have exact dates.
That's okay.
This
I just
happened then.
wanted to know, like, medically how advanced we were.
So in middle school, he's still having the same type of behavior, but it was getting to the point where we need to call your parents in. Like, you know.
Because you're not being a rowdy kid, you're being a jackass at this point.
And that was a lot of, he made inappropriate jokes, racial slurs, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
I felt like they talked to his parents and met with his parents in middle school, but I don't really feel like
it was productive.
I tried to find as much as I could. It seemed like things became more significant once he got to high school. Like, okay, now
this is a problem, a big problem.
Yes. So, and I'm going to interject this here, and I don't know when it happened. His mom and dad separated.
Okay.
But they live close to each other. Like, he stayed with his mom, but he saw his dad every day.
Okay.
Like, I guess he could walk to his dad's house or whatever. Like, they're in the same neighborhood.
That worked out good for them.
Yeah, they were in close proximity. So
they had like a good divorce.
I couldn't find anywhere that said they ever got divorced.
They just separated.
I have that somewhere in my story.
Okay.
But the documentary I watched said they were separated.
Okay.
When I went through this whole story, the mom and dad always seemed to be there, though, if there was a problem.
That's good.
It is good, but I was like, well, if they're separated, like, if the school calls her, does she turn right around and call him?
Right.
Like, how are they both there at the same time? Or what? Like, it just seemed like y'all are separated. Like, I've never.
They're like, it's Brian again at school. Fuck.
Yeah. All right. So Brian, once he got to high school, he went to high school, and then maybe in the second or first year of high school, he got moved to what I thought maybe was like a special ed school for children. It was like some type of
within the same place?
Yes. Same area. They had a special school. Like, there were disabled kids that went there.
It was probably like inclusion
I would
or
be so
Montessori.
mad if my parents sent me there after being diagnosed with ADHD. Because, like, that's kind of degrading.
It
almost.
is, but at the
Not
same
like
time.
degrading, because I feel like that's a negative word to use.
At the same time, they have to be able to handle and accommodate kids like that, and separating them from the other kids that are gonna encourage all that chaos and nonsense.
The kids that went to this
it.
school had a variety.
Yeah.
They had autism. They had ADHD.
It could have been Montessori too.
It was not Montessori. No. It seemed like a public school to me where.
Is it like Ascension Prep?
I don't know. No. But there were children there that had PTSD. Just a lot of.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were singling him out or whatever. I think, had better capabilities of handling him at this particular school. So they went there. I looked up, and here's the part with the divorce. I went to public records, and there was no divorce between the mom and dad in Grand Junction. So I don't know. But anyway, he's at the special school, and he, like, another kid on the bus brought nunchucks, and he was like, he's like, I want to hold them and, check them out. He's like, well, I have some more at home. He's like, okay, bring me one tomorrow, another pair of nunchucks tomorrow. He's like, you bring me some candy, I'll bring you some nunchucks.
Dude, kids are wild on the bus.
This is typical kid shit, right? I know. I had a child that lived in this house that got drunk on the bus. Okay?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Well, Callie.
This was not a biological child of mine, but yes.
Callie comes home with $20 from some kid that was like, you want money? She's like, sure. She's like, all right, I'm going to bring you $20 tomorrow.
Oh my God.
So like 3 times she asked, do you want this money back? He's like, no, I'm good.
Is it a boy?
Yes.
Oh, hell no.
I said, Callie, how old is this kid? She's like, I don't know. I said, do you know him? Because the bus driver called.
$20.
The bus driver called. So, because the mom called
and said some white girl on the bus
some
took
girl
my
took my
child.
kid's money. And then the mom, which high five to the mom, was like, I don't want him to have the money back. Like, he needs to learn his lesson. So I
Yeah.
was like, no, fuck no. You're bringing this fucking money. I don't give a shit if the bus driver pockets it. You're not keeping this.
Yes.
So, but
But-
yeah, they do wild shit on the bus.
Well, apparently
Like-
Brian got his hands on some nunchucks the next day,
bro.
and he like beat up a disabled child with them.
Oh my
Jesus.
God. God damn it, Brian.
And they,
That's
you
so
know,
bad.
they call. Here's the thing: they call the parents in.
Yeah.
The mom. I'm watching her later talk about this
Mhm.
situation, not in the
Mhm.
moment, but she said they were just like the kid that brought the nunchucks wasn't getting in trouble, but my kid was getting in trouble. What about the kid with the nunchucks? He should get in trouble. Like, are you
He
serious?
didn't beat the
Right.
disabled kid. with
Right.
the
She may be a big
nunchucks.
part of the problem, though.
Well,
It's almost kind of like guns should be banned. Guns kill people. Not really.
Yeah, it's the people.
so
Yeah, it's whoever has it.
like I'm saying, in high school, things got more rowdy, more inappropriate. He would like make jokes about the Holocaust.
Oh my God.
Yes, he kept a notebook like this right here with stats on serial killers.
All
Oh.
right.
One page it'll be like Ted Bundy.
All right. Now, if this kid was autistic for real and this was his thing, this was his fascination, because all autistic kids, they have this thing.
They have their thing.
Yes. If this was his like obsession, that's scary.
This was his thing.
That's wild.
Page after page, it would have the serial killer's name, like one of these books I have up here.
Like Rain Man, but with serial killers.
Number of kills,
God.
type of killer, like organized, unorganized, you know.
We need to get him to come to our case list.
Isn't Rain Man the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it just come out?
Rain
It's-
Man's
no.
really old.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
like, it's kind of about this autistic guy who could do all these magical things because,
because they talked about it on Love on the Spectrum.
yes.
And Cooper was like,
Yeah.
"Did you ever watch Rain Man?" And
Oh,
she was-
Connor.
Connor.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Did you ever watch Rain Man?" She goes, "No." And he goes,
Me neither.
I love that show. Okay, so he had this little notebook that he kept on serial killers. He was fascinated by them. He was obsessed with like Hitler and Stalin.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's rough.
yeah.
Bro picked the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah,
man.
right?
That's rough. I'm surprised the school didn't address that.
I would be so scared of him.
Like he's not writing down the stats of Tom Brady. you
Right.
know, fucking
He's making like trading cards as serial
Oh
Yes.
my God.
yes. Okay.
Didn't we have one? No, that was cold cases. Never mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
The playing cards
Yeah.
that they would put. Okay. So yes, the school teachers were disturbed by
Okay.
this. I'm sure something was
Because
said.
they'll call if your kid's drawing shit about guns or anything like that.
You're right. I know. I've also been there with
Yeah,
that.
same.
Someone who's lived
Same.
in this house was drawing guns
Yep,
and
we had
saying
to
he
have
was
a-
going to kill
A
people.
long conversation with Blaze about that.
Oh Lord, yes. My
Like-
person did not have a disability. They were just stupid.
I was like, dude, you can't draw. Like, if I love that you want to draw, but you cannot draw this shit at school.
Nope.
You can't do it at home.
Basically, just doodle on your page
Yes.
circles.
Yeah, don't.
Don't even draw unicorns because that'll fuck
And
you
it
up too
wasn't
somehow.
like him trying to like a gun shooting person. It was just the gun. I'm like, dude, you can't draw it. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's it looks really good, bro, but leave that shit at home.
So I didn't get the feeling that he was keeping stats in the way that you're talking about. This is a kid's thing if they're autistic.
Yeah.
He was like in admiration of.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
He wanted.
These were his heroes.
Yes.
Okay.
He wanted to identify with these.
That's
people.
wild.
Yes, and he was very unemotional
Mhm.
and socially awkward, which we're
tracks.
not surprised
Yeah.
about that. So in 2018, I guess he was about 16 or 17,
Okay.
something like that. He made posts on Reddit, and this will kind of tell you about his mental state.
Okay.
These are quotes that I pulled. I saw my therapist today. We talked about how I manipulate others' feelings to see what makes them tick.
Mm.
He says, like, I'm going to agitate you just to see how you get pissed off about it.
Props to the parents for at least pursuing therapy for the kid.
Yes.
That's good.
So he's admitting this.
He's saying this on Reddit. He's posting this on social media.
Okay.
He also says things like, I have less emotions than normal people. I am curious to see what normal amounts of emotions feel like.
That would be
Sounds like
okay if you weren't trying to trigger
Asperger's.
people. Well, Asperger's and autism's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same.
I mean-
It's just different types, but it's all under the same umbrella of autism.
He said that he was a scientist who would test other people's pain to get a reaction from them.
With cue the nunchucks.
Right. Like their reaction to pain or sadness. Like he wanted to see
Interesting.
that.
Okay.
He would physically hurt other kids in school to make them cry. I remember another
Okay.
example I saw was there was a girl at the high school who he knew things like loud noises bothered her.
Uh-huh.
And he went behind her and just smacked his
What a
hands.
douche.
And she just started having a
Yeah.
full-on panic attack. So, like, this behavior, you're doing this shit on purpose.
Yeah, you're doing all of this to be a douche.
Yeah, exactly.
At 16, come on.
So, I already told y'all how, like, later his mom felt like he was just being singled out.
Yeah.
I think she thought there was a problem and she wanted to get help for him.
That's the biggest problem with parents who can't get the help for their kids that they need, or you have a lot of parents that just don't want the stigma on their kid, and it screws these kids over like tremendously.
I don't know that. I just feel like she was a loving mom who didn't want to believe.
That something was wrong with her kid.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Or
Maybe
that-
she just like also didn't know where to start because there were so many issues underlining.
Ma-
Like,
It's possible.
They had him in
what?
counseling. I
Because
don't
it's
know.
almost like they were probably, you need to fix this issue about him before you can move to this step.
Maybe
Yeah.
so.
So it's probably a lot
Um,
harder.
Well, one psychologist said he had callous, unemotional traits.
Okay, but that would track with.
The psychologist said his brain was different. He didn't feel empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That tracks with autism.
So that's a little bit about what I know about Brian. Does
Mhm.
anybody have any questions? I will try to answer. No? Okay.
No, I just wish that we knew better what the school was.
Oh, more about the school.
Yeah, because if it's disabled kids and you're sending a kid that isn't technically profound to a school with disabled kids, like to me, that's even more scary than him being in a regular public
That's
school.
what I was saying in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, I don't know the other word
yeah, that
besides
feels-
degrading, just kind of like discouraging.
But they
for
had,
him,
but
too.
but they had to remove him. I'd just be more worried about the other kids than him personally. Like
I
putting
mean-
him in that school with profound special needs kids.
I mean, that's the thing is like, that shouldn't be a school for him.
yes,
Like, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Okay. All right. So February 28th, 2021.
okay, big jump.
He's about 19, I think, at this point. Yeah.
It's a big jump.
We just went
Huge.
from high school to boom.
Yeah.
So I found out after I wrote this, after he graduated at high school, he had a part-time job at Safeway, which is a grocery store. And apparently he went and did it. And he would take his medication
Mm-hmm.
before going to work,
Mm-hmm.
his ADHD medication.
Do you know if he struggled in school, like academically?
I didn't get the
Okay.
impression that he did. He was articulate,
Mm-hmm.
well-spoken. He
Smart as fuck.
did seem smart. Yeah. So Sunday, February 28th, 2021.
Okay.
It's nighttime.
Okay.
Maybe like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. It's February in Colorado.
Okay. Cold.
Brian Cohee had gotten his car stuck in the river.
Oh my
Dude.
God. What the fuck?
He called,
How?
Did he like run into it or get stuck?
I'm going to tell you.
Oh,
So,
sorry. I'm way ahead of myself.
no, I do it all the time when someone's telling me a story. His phone was dead. So he like walked up to the roadway or whatever, and somebody came by and he was like, "Hey, can I use your phone?" He called his parents.
Okay.
Somebody at that point called the police so they could come to the scene because
Mhm.
I mean, this car is not coming out.
It's submerged.
It's mostly submerged. It's still on the boat ramp, but it's mostly
He's fucked.
Yeah, he got out, but he was wet.
Yeah.
So the police. Now, when I say things about the police, assume there's a body cam or assume that they're interviewing him, at the police station or whatever.
Because that's where all this is coming from.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So the police came to the scene and they're like, "Hey, bud, what happened?" And he's just basically like, "I feel like I needed to get out and take a drive and just like calm down."
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
I've been there.
Sometimes you need to do that.
Mhm.
He's like, "Yeah, I just drove. I came across this boat ramp and I thought this would be kind of cool to park here and just sit and chill.
Okay.
Turn off the car and everything."
Okay.
Again, maybe that's okay for the type of, maybe that's
happy
okay for
you. Do
someone
it.
who
Yep.
has ADHD. I don't know. I don't think that's a good place to
Probably
sit and
not to
park.
You
park
just
your car,
put
no.
the emergency brake on.
So he
Yeah.
didn't realize how far he had gone down the ramp, and he ended up, like I said,
Sliding in.
in the river.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good story.
So both Terry and the dad, Brian Sr., came to the scene, I'll
Mhm.
call it, and they were there with the police. And Terry's like, he's a teenager. He doesn't drive very well. He's inexperienced.
He's 19.
Yeah. And she's like, you know how teenagers are. And the cop's kind of like chuckling. Yeah. She's like, okay, well, can he go home? Like, and the priest, well, this was an accident. Yeah. I don't see any reason.
Right. Whatever.
He left the scene. I don't know if dad took him home or another police. I don't know.
Okay.
He leaves the scene. Mom's still at the scene.
Oh, okay.
Tow truck starts pulling the car out. And on the back bumper, there's all these red smears.
Ew.
And the police
Chandler's over here shaking his head like this motherfucker.
So
That ain't
You
ketchup.
tried
Yeah.
That ain't-
washing it off.
that ain't ketchup, man. So the officer goes over to mom and says,
What the fuck?
you see that red stuff over there?
Yeah.
Literally, like I'm watching the body
he
cam.
likes to make finger paintings
Oh, you
on
can
the
look
back
up
of
the
his
body
car.
cam.
They're showing
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Search
ADHD
later.
over there.
she's like, yeah, I see
I
that.
don't keep a book of serial killers.
Okay,
though.
good.
Just letting you know.
We do.
So
We got one somewhere
yeah,
here.
we've got a spreadsheet of serial killers.
Written by somebody else. It's
Yeah.
okay.
So, hey, you see that red stuff on the car?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I do. She's, that kind of looks like blood. And she's like, blood?
Did she
No.
seem like she was like, oh, it's fine? Or was she like, what the fuck?
She just she didn't seem like either one of those
Okay.
things.
Brian
Blood?
told me ketchup gets the rest off.
Yeah. I'm like-
No, she didn't. She was just like, blood. And the officer goes, did your son hurt himself? Maybe it's his blood.
Yeah.
So she calls him.
Check his arms.
Brian, did you hurt yourself? There's blood on your car. And he goes, blood? Kind of like she just did.
The
Oh my
dad
God.
or the
No,
son?
The
mom.
son.
Okay.
Oh.
Calls Brian. I'm here at the scene. There's red stuff on your car. They say it's blood. Did you cut yourself? Did you hurt yourself?
Right.
Did you get scraped
Right.
in all of this? And he's like, no, I didn't hurt
I'm good.
myself. Yeah.
And it's on the bumper?
It's on the rear bumper.
Okay.
So it's a lot.
It's enough to see. I could see it in the
Okay, all
pictures. Yeah. Like it was not ketchup. Okay.
Clearly.
Yeah. So let's put this aside.
Okay.
For a bit.
Pocket that.
Talk about somebody else.
Okay.
Warren Bruce Barnes.
Mr. Barnes.
Mr. Barnes, because he was 69. He was
Okay.
definitely Mr. Barnes. He was a man who was known pretty well around Grand Junction. He was the 7th of 9 kids.
Oh, shit.
Now he's 69 at this point. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
He had family. He was known, now he's homeless.
That's sad.
He was known for sitting outside of one of the downtown bridal shops, reading. He would help the bridal shop's owner sometimes with boxes, and she would bring him books to read.
Interesting. Okay.
There were other shop owners downtown. He was a nice man. They described him as gentle, kind. Some of the shops would like let him come in before customers, and they would give him food and
That's
coffee. Like he was not hurting anybody.
Is Grand Junction
Aw.
big? Because I know you said the neighborhood, everybody knew everybody, but was this like people?
I feel like it's a good sized town, at least like Prairieville.
Okay.
I'm just saying the neighborhood people knew each other. Like I don't feel like the whole town knew each
Yeah,
other.
it's probably like Prairie.
So
Yeah.
not Gonzalez.
I mean, no. Like I didn't get that feeling.
Okay.
But the community, the downtown business owners seemed to be taking care of this man
Okay.
and genuinely liked this man.
Good.
As a matter of fact, it was one of them when they didn't see
Oh.
Mr. Barnes that morning for his coffee and his book. They called the police.
They're like, this is not like him.
Monday, March 1st, 2021. They filed a missing. This lady called.
That's awesome that they did that, though.
He would kill the most famous homeless person in that town.
Yeah, I mean,
that would be his luck.
People even had a nickname for him. They called him the Reading Man because he sat outside and read all the time.
What happened to the Reading Man?
Yeah. So the lady's like, hey, I think I need to file a missing persons report. Here's the story. And they're like, okay, all right. We got that. About an hour after she files the missing persons report, a call comes in to the police station, and it's Brian's mom, Terry.
Oh, okay.
And at this point, it's about 2 p.m.
Okay.
All right.
This is the day after the submerged.
And remember, he had gotten in all that mess around 10, 11, something like that. So next day has come. Lady didn't see the homeless man in the morning, files a missing persons. Here's Terry, the mom, calling at 2 p.m. The police saying, I found something wrapped in my son's, wrapped up in plastic in my son's closet. And the operator's just like, okay, well, what did you find? And she's crying, not sobbing. Like, you could still understand her, but you could tell she's crying.
I can see these people's faces now.
You know the story? Okay.
Are you serious?
And she said, I think it's a human head. Yeah.
I think I've seen this.
You seen it too?
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's our algorithm.
Let me go in the bathroom real quick.
So
no, it's good that you haven't heard it.
So the operator's like, like a real human head? And she's like, I think so. So it turns out to be
in his closet, you said.
In his closet in a plastic bag. She was tidying up or whatever. Like, bro, he's 19.
I ain't going in my fucking 19-year-old kid's room.
He needs to clean his
After
own
this
shit.
story, I am. If I have kids, I'm cleaning their closet first.
So they called deputies. Hey, we got a lady who found a head, supposedly. Yeah. And the 2 deputies on the way to the house are like, it's got to be an animal. It's got to be.
This is not real.
A Halloween prop. Yeah. This isn't going to be real.
I don't know. I think you could decipher between a Halloween prop and a real human head.
Well, they pull up at Brian's house. He is outside in the driveway waiting on the popo.
Brian?
Yep. The boy. Knew? Yeah. Well, his mom.
His mom probably freaked the fuck out. What the fuck is this?
I wouldn't tell my son that hey, the police is on the way. I just found a severed head in your closet.
Also, what she did after she found this, she called all the parents of the day. There were children in the house.
Oh, her daycare. Fuck.
Yes.
I'm glad she found it.
She called all the parents and was like, there's a family emergency. I need you to come get your child right now.
Now,
okay.
ASAP.
So the police get there. Brian's outside. Body cam again. Okay. The police are like, hey, are you Brian? Yeah. So your mom called and said she found something. He's like, yeah. And he goes, she found a human head and hands in my closet.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And the officer was like, real human head and hands? And he said yes. And
just like that too.
Whose head and hands do you have? And
the reading man.
Yes.
The freaking reading man.
He said Warren, the guy that's missing.
Yeah.
And very calm.
Like monotone as fuck.
Just like.
Does he look like frail and like little?
No.
He has less emotion about the situation than we have right here. Just sitting here talking about him. He's just saying a matter of fact. Like he's reading, something off of a piece of paper.
But I mean, at least he's not hiding it. It's making
he's not. They said he was very cooperative. And the conversation between the officer and Brian goes on. And the officer's like, how did you end up with Warren's heads and hands in a bag? He goes, I murdered him. With what? A knife.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I've always wondered what it would feel like to murder someone. Yep. And at that point, they patted Brian down, as you would.
It was literally only a matter of time.
First of all, it also matters like what kind of knife, because he cut off this man's head and hands.
Yes.
Did they ever say in the police report or find?
Maybe. I'll tell you.
Oh, see, look at me to go again.
So they pat Brian down to make sure he didn't have any weapons. They put him in the back of the police car. I found it very crazy. They did not cuff him at all. he was cooperating. They did not cuff him.
Yeah.
They talked about it. Didn't cuff him.
They probably didn't want to, if he wasn't already, if he was already super calm, they probably didn't want to disrupt that.
Yes. They continued talking to him and asking him questions. And he said he found a man sleeping near a railroad track. He said he killed Warren and tried to get rid of the body in the river, but he pulled too far down the boat ramp and his car went into the river. He told the cops that the knife he used was in the sunken car.
But you're swimming for your life to get out of the fucking car. You grab a hands and a head.
I'm going to get to that. Okay. So
like, what the
Calm
fuck?
down, Kirsten.
I'm going to get to that. I agree. But think about it. If you're there knowingly trying to dump a body, you don't want to leave the heads and the hand in the car.
Prince.
Okay.
ID. I get it.
He did. Eventually, this came out. The man, Mr. What was his name? Warren. He his wallet and stuff was in the car as well. So he did take the wallet off of the man.
Okay.
Okay. This is all happening in the driveway of their house at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He is just chill. Mom is like losing her mind, sobbing. Okay. So at this point, the officers are like, "Hey, Dad, can you take us in the house?" So they haven't even gone in and looked at the.
Because when they walked up, they're probably like, we're expecting some sort of chase or chaos or something. And it was just so calm.
Yes. So Dad's like, "Oh, yeah, sure. Come in the house." Okay. So it was Warren's head and hands in the kitchen sink with a towel over it, no doubt, in this bag.
I can't believe she put it in the kitchen sink, though.
Yeah, I would never use that kitchen sink again.
I mean, it was in a bag. You can put bleach on it. I don't know.
I would imagine his head in the sink, like fruit soaking in the water.
Once we realized that this is for real, everybody was called out to the scene. The detectives,
don't touch anything.
Crime scene unit, just everybody came out. Where at this point, Brian got taken to the station for further questioning. Now, he's 19 too, remember?
Yeah.
Like,
they don't have to involve the parents at all.
They can tell the parents, you cannot.
Yep.
So they put Brian in an interrogation room, and this is going to be bizarro for...
I'm ready.
Okay, because I thought it was...
Because I didn't watch any of that part.
Okay, well, I thought it was bizarre up until this point, but it gets crazier. One of the investigators came in and sat down. There was two, a man and a woman. The man is the main interviewer. And he says, "So, Brian, how'd you get here?" And I think he was asking him, like, who brought you here?
Right.
You know. Brian goes, "I murdered someone."
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I would have said, "I came in the cop car."
They're like, "Did you?"
Because you asked him a literal question and he gave you a literal answer.
Well, then he said, "No, I mean, like, how did you get here?" He goes, "Oh." And the police brought me here.
Oh, so I answered it correctly
the
first time.
Yeah. So the police, oh my God. The police goes, "Do you know who this man is that you murdered?" And he goes, "No, I don't know the man, but subsequently found out,
this is who he is.
Somebody called him in missing. My mom told me about it. That's how I know who he is." And then he tells the detectives he has major depressive disorder.
Okay.
And then he hasn't really been in a good place, like, mentally lately. He also said he has ADHD and high-functioning Asperger's.
Okay. So, yeah, that's autism.
Okay. He said he also has something that was schizo. Now, this kid knew every single fucking thing he had and knew all the words.
Okay.
So I was like, "Why are you just saying schizo?" He tells the police, "I'm not incorrect in what I'm telling you. That is exactly what they told me. I have some type of schizo, whether it's schizophrenic, typical, they just said schizo to him."
Okay.
So he said at school, his nickname was Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh.
Yeah, just calm, like we're talking right here.
Yep.
Even calmer. When he asked him if the officer asked if he had killed before, he said just an animal.
It's usually how it starts. We know that.
When he was 16, this is crazy. He killed a cat by beating it, strangling it, snapped its neck. He said after it was dead, he played with the body.
Oh, God.
Like he would like hold it next to him and feel the warmth until it wasn't warm anymore. He decapitated it.
Okay.
He kept it for 3 days hidden, but then it started to smell.
Yeah.
So he was like, I just threw it in the trash and I got away with it.
That's probably why they called him Jeffrey Dahmer. He probably told people he did that too.
I don't know, maybe. He said he was high on homicide. Like that was his quote, like how he felt.
I'm high on homicide.
Yeah. So then they turn to Warren's murder.
Okay.
And they're asking about that. And Brian says, I came across, as I was driving around,
Okay.
I came across this homeless man. And I think he was like covered with a tarp, but he could still tell there was a person under there.
On the railroad tracks.
Near.
Okay.
Like an underpass. Like,
yeah.
It was an overpass
Yeah.
and he was underneath it and stuff like that. But he said he pulled back the tarp and started stabbing the man in the neck.
What the fuck?
He said it wasn't as difficult to kill him as he thought it would be.
Well, if this is his fix, this is his high, he probably built it up to be something and then killed this man, and it wasn't what he expected it to be. Like the emotional rush of it. Like it didn't make him feel as good as he hoped.
He did at some point in his interview refer to how other serial killers said it was like the
Yes.
greatest feeling of their life.
And that's why they continue to kill.
Yeah.
So
But
he was just high on the idea
he
of
Maybe
it.
he just like wanted to just feel something so bad.
That's exactly what
Mhm.
he wanted to know what it was like to kill someone. And I also think he just wanted to feel something.
Yeah. But if he's
I think
at
he
first,
just
he
like
can't
had
feel.
a fascination with murderers
Yeah.
because they talked about how it was the greatest feeling in the world, and he was like, I literally can't find satisfaction in anything, so
Yeah.
maybe
Well, go
I should
have
try
sex
this.
with somebody, bro.
Oh my god!
Like,
Well, he said
Something.
at one point the cops asked him, was like, a lot of these serial killers that you're talking about have sexually motivated
Yeah.
crimes. And he's like, mine's not sexually motivated. So I don't know. In the end, it basically was just I wanted
to kill, so I did.
so I wanted to
Yeah.
know what it felt like
Mhm.
to kill a person.
I mean, what's crazy is like I think every person has felt that way, not like intentionally,
But we have something in our brain that
That
stops
says,
Yeah.
don't fucking do
Don't-
that shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
like
but
it's
he-
not morally right.
So while he's stabbing him and saying, it was a lot easier to kill someone than I thought it would
Right.
be, he said he was growling like an animal, like he was
Brian was?
like he was in a frenzy. And he said he kept saying, while he's stabbing him, stinky, stinky, dirty, dirty, stinky. Like, I don't know if he was referring to because he's homeless. I don't know. But he like gouged his eyes out. After he was dead, he cut him open because he wanted to see his guts. And then at that point is when he said he cut off the head and the hands. Okay. He said it was all easy to do and exhilarating.
So he's doing this all at the underpass.
Yes.
He didn't bring his body. No, they didn't go.
We'll
to
get there.
Okay.
Yep.
Look at me.
So, he told the police. Let me see. I don't know
So he
if I-
basically dissected this guy, and from the sounds of it, it wasn't as much work as it was, but he didn't feel as much, so he just continued to go like deeper and deeper, basically.
I don't think so. I got the impression that it just wasn't as hard as
That
he
was
thought it
it.
was going to be.
Okay.
I think he would have, regardless whether it was hard or easy, had dismembered him and gutted him and done all these things because that was part of his
Of the ritual.
the curiosity.
Yeah.
So 6 months before, this is what I was going to tell you. He told the police that he had cut off pieces of his body and just like scattered them around.
Like parts or like skin?
No, like
parts
I'm
or
going to cut off,
organs.
I'm going to cut off a piece of your arm and throw it over there.
Okay.
I'm going to cut off a piece of your leg and throw it over there. Just like harder to maybe
Yeah.
identify or find evidence. I don't know what his reasoning
What
for
his
that.
mental was.
But 6 months before the murder, Brian's parents found a kill kit that he had made. And if you don't know what a kill kit
Yeah.
is, it's got zip ties and shovels and knives and sometimes tarp and duct tape and
Ratchet straps.
yes. So
I've heard of those.
so
Yeah.
he had compiled this kit and his parents found it and they were like, no.
Brian, what the fuck?
You got to throw this away or we're calling the police.
Okay.
That was the deal they made with him. He threw it away, but then he immediately started making
I was
another
gonna say,
kill kit.
just hide it better, Brian.
I'm just saying at that point, you really should have called the police
Yeah.
on your kid at that point.
Especially if he has this fascination already and you know that.
He's tracking serial
Yes.
killers. He has a
Yes.
kill kit now.
Yes.
Okay.
Before the age of 19.
Yeah.
He can't even buy a drink yet. An
Yeah.
alcoholic beverage. He
Mm-mm.
could have been an alcoholic. That could have been his thing. And he could have never found out.
That would have been way better.
Yeah, or
Way
drugs.
better.
Yeah.
Or drugs. I don't
Yeah,
know.
man.
Smoke some weed.
Get on some crack, man.
Yeah, crack rocks,
He
bro.
needs to go raving.
Start
Take
shooting
some
up,
Molly.
homie.
Like,
Black Molly.
Not
All
the
right.
Black Molly.
Yeah, that's what Ted calls it. Yeah. Okay, so he made a new kill kit and he was on the hunt for someone. He said that he couldn't really find like prostitutes in the area
oh my God.
because he was looking for someone he could kill that in his words
Yeah.
didn't matter.
Nobody cared about.
The police wouldn't care about them dying.
Which
a homeless person,
usually, yeah, a homeless
prostitute,
person, nobody's calling on.
people with a
Right.
high risk lifestyle.
Right.
So they also found he had Googled some things.
It's always the Google.
It's always them Googling.
Well, I'm assuming he used Google. They call it his
Yeah.
search history.
Yeah, he
Go to
searched
the
it.
library. They can't.
Does a river wash away evidence?
Wow. Bro.
How long does it take for a body to sink?
Really?
Yeah.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah. Hey Siri.
Also, stuff like, what does it feel like to stab someone? How
Ew,
how
cut
do-
some chicken?
Listen, how do people react if you hold them at knife point?
That
All kinds of stuff. But
And that's so sad because it's like he's genuinely trying to understand. And it's crazy because we'll never know what
Yeah.
that feels like because we understand how other people would feel and he truly cannot.
I wouldn't search that shit though, bruh.
Me neither, but it's
go
just
to the library.
like you're really just like going into his brain and just like seeing what he's thinking.
Absolutely. So the night of the murder, he went out driving to look for someone.
Mm-hmm.
He wore the Michael Myers costume.
Oh my god.
Come on.
The
man.
blue overalls and the mask. You know, the guy from Halloween,
Yeah.
the white mask with the... Okay.
Yeah.
So he had actually worn that the Halloween before.
I was gonna say probably so.
And he said he started driving around at 10 p.m. looking for a victim. He found Warren at 11 p.m.
Okay.
Now listen, don't ask any questions.
No questions.
He got back home at midnight.
Okay.
He couldn't sleep because he thought he left evidence. So he returned to the scene, and that's when he took the pieces of the body. He cut up
And
the
scattered
pieces
'em.
and scattered them. And that's probably also when, like, he
The head and hands.
probably already took the head and hands home.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't have him in the car with him.
Yeah, because it sounds like he was trying to take that more as a trophy type
Yes,
thing. Or to
yes.
examine it better or whatever.
Well, he said he wanted to keep it until it started smelling, and then he would have gotten rid of it. But he still thought he might keep a finger, and the detective was like, "Why?
One finger.
Why'd you pick a finger?" He's like, "Because it's small and it wouldn't really smell, and I could still keep it." So, yeah, this dude. Now, after telling y'all all this, I'm going to ask you each one by one. Chandler, do you think he knows right from wrong?
Yes.
Do you think this looks like a premeditated situation to you?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right. What?
I mean, not specifically for this guy.
Not
but-
this particular guy,
Yeah.
but for killing
Yeah,
someone.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay. That would be first degree murder.
Yeah.
All right. Kirsten, you think
He knows right from wrong. Just because he's schizo, autistic, all of that. He's still gonna know right from wrong. He might not know the severity or like the difference in the danger of what he's doing, but
Yeah.
he still knows you don't kill people. Because if he went out at night and was looking for someone
and
that wouldn't have been missed.
he had done it before. he had not killed before, but he had driven around
So
looking.
if he's going out at night and he's actively looking for someone that nobody would miss, he knows that you can't just walk up to somebody on a Sunday morning and kill them in broad daylight.
Mhm.
He knows. And yes, I think it was premeditated. I think that he planned this out meticulously. And I think that with his parents getting rid of the kill kit 6 months before or whatever it was, that put him back.
Mhm.
He may have killed somebody else.
I just said him
Before
back.
Before that.
I think he would have admitted to it.
Yes.
Truly.
Oh, I think he would admit it, but I think that he planned it. Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Grace? First of all, do you think he knows right from wrong? From what I've told you.
Yes, I believe he does know right from wrong because every time whatever he has that starts stinking, he throws it away.
Yeah.
Because
Somebody's
was it
going to find
Jeffrey?
out.
It was Jeffrey Dahmer that lived in the apartment.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And like
The neighbors would.
and Jeffrey Dahmer, even when it started to smell, he still wouldn't get rid of it. But since he lived with his parents, he had no choice
Yeah.
but to get rid of it. Because if you think about it, he probably would have killed a lot more if he did not live with his parents. Like Kristen said, I think the kit, when they threw it away, put him back.
Yeah.
And I do think it was premeditated because even though the other times he went out and didn't kill because he never found somebody.
But he had a plan to
Yes.
do it.
But this one night, yeah. And if you have a plan and
It's premeditated.
and he even told the cops during the investigation that he drove around and he saw him and he only knew it was a human.
He did. He didn't know.
And
yeah.
he knew that he was looking for somebody that they wouldn't look for.
Yeah.
And he said, perfect, dirty, dirty, stinky, stinky.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I think he knew right from wrong. And I think it was premeditated.
Well, he went to trial and pled not guilty
We
by
already know how this is going to go, though.
He's going to
by
claim
reason.
insanity.
Yeah.
Yes, not guilty by reason of insanity.
Mhm.
That didn't fly. Okay. I agree with everything that
Mhm.
y'all said, and I watched the
I
interrogation
can be a
video.
detective.
Yes, you can. Okay, he's not that kind of insane. Like that kind of insane. He's insane, obviously.
But
He's killing people.
Usually insanity is...
He's insane in the things like when you claim insanity, it's because you truly you went crazy.
Yeah,
you
it's when you
don't know
snap.
anything.
Yeah.
Like almost like
They were-
psychosis.
they
Like
were
you
sa-
don't know what you're doing.
His defense was saying he had a psychotic break.
He didn't have a psychotic break because
No.
if you read or listen to any story about a psychotic break, they don't remember anything.
Yeah,
Like absolutely nothing.
he remembered everything.
Oh, yeah.
every
Yeah.
single detail.
And he went on to do this for months, from 16 killing the cat
Mhm.
Mhm.
to being 19.
Mhm.
So psychosis can't last that long. bro.
Well, the good news is he was found guilty of first-degree
Good.
murder. Now, during one point in the interview, he was kind of chuckling, like, I mean,
I hate the evil chuckle.
I'm going to jail for 15 years or so.
It's my first murder. They're going to go easy.
I guess he was not in touch with reality
No.
in that part
Mhm.
because they gave him life without the possibility
Good.
of
Because he's a
parole.
fucking danger, bro.
Yes.
He's a danger to the community.
Yes.
Those are the ones that they should lock up for the longest.
It's so scary that people like that just exist and walk past you every single
Mhm.
day. And it's scary to know that you can give birth
It
to
is.
somebody like
Yes.
that.
But also that's why
and
you
how
have
much
to stay
guilt
vigilant.
she feels.
You have to.
Yes. You got to check
Do
their
the most.
You got to check their everything.
Mhm.
Check
I
their
think
searches.
they
check
were just super scared as parents too, like after finding the kill kit, and maybe they just didn't want to dig more because sometimes
they're
there's
in
bliss
denial.
in not knowing.
Yeah,
they're
like
in
that's
denial.
what was probably
Yeah.
what they were thinking. They're like, we don't want to know. We
Mhm.
don't want to know that our child's literally a psychopath.
Yeah. Okay, guys, if you want more info, there's a page on Wiki. I went to YouTube and I watched a few videos.
Mhm.
Actually, you can watch a very huge part of his interrogation, along with the police questioning his mom and dad in the station. But there was a documentary by Film Rise. I love Film Rise. Murder in Mind, Kill for the Thrill. And that's exactly what I think he
Yes.
did. Yeah.
Except for he didn't get the thrill that he was hoping for.
Did he
I
ever
think he
come out?
did.
I don't know.
He said he was.
I think he
was
did
high.
because when he went home, he was scared he left something, and that's feeling something.
He was high on homicide.
Mhm.
Of course,
Yeah.
he got the feeling.
Yeah.
But it probably wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, there's also a lot of feeds on Reddit if you
Mhm.
want to watch it. But I have a picture of him, and this picture isn't really that good, I don't think. But I couldn't find. They always like have a side angle of him
Yeah.
in court or some shit like that. But he does wear glasses, so to me, this doesn't really
Yeah.
depict
That's exactly who I've been picturing the entire time.
him in my mind.
That's who was gonna go and try to pick up a prostitute. By the way,
Well,
that's what I'm.
Hey, if you got money,
know,
you
but,
don't have to
like,
be anything.
It's just, I know you don't have to be anything, but it's just kind of like the thought is kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
he looks big, like you couldn't be able to.
I think he was an average size guy.
He was broad-shouldered kid,
Yeah. He was he might have worn husky clothes.
probably.
Yeah.
Poor,
Shout out to all you husky men
That's
out there.
right.
poor
Love us a
reading
husky.
man. Here you go.
All right. Thank you, Grace, for being here. It's
Thank
your
you for
first
having
time.
Yes.
me. I had such a blast.
Good. Kirsten, thank you so much.
course.
Sorry you knew the story.
No, it's fine.
I
It's totally
didn't.
fine.
I know.
The guest didn't.
There
Chandler.
you go.
That's what I actually knew.
Thank you for being here.
I'm proud. Look, I'm proud of you, Chandler.
Thanks.
Good job.
Yeah.
He didn't ride behind the bad guy.
He stayed quiet.
Yes.
I'm not jumping in this
Yes.
in this guy's car
Ain't
until I
doing
know if it's
shit.
going in the
Yeah.
river or not.
Yep.
Okay, guys, if you enjoyed that show and you'd like to help support the show, by the way, we have a new Patreon member,
Yay.
Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel. I imagine she probably hopped on to get that
Second episode.
second
Yep.
part of that two-parter. Thank you guys for supporting the show. We appreciate that. And if you'd like to support the show, and we're talking in terms of money, go to Patreon, Patreon/grits, and help support the show. You can go to Facebook, join the group or the
Mhm.
page.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're on TikTok. I'm not really sure. What else? gritswithasideofmurder.com.
Yep.
Swag, merch.
Get that merch.
Get all the things. All right. Think that's it.
That's it.
All right. We love y'all. Tell your mom and them to listen. And we're going to let Zydeco Mike take us out.
Bye.